I'm Amy Cherry. This local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota, here to wow ya. Flagler County approves protective barriers for the Supervisor of Elections office. With more, here's Tony Magoo.
Flagler County's election supervisor, Katie Lenhart, has been working with the Department of Homeland Security to make sure that the county's elections office is ready for the upcoming elections.
Recently, we had a physical security review, and the Department of Homeland Security advisor that was here with us identified some areas in the office that were vulnerable. We were able to get the glass installed that will enclose and make a securely locked room around our tabulation server and the ballots that are counted in that area.
The lack of a barrier in the canvassing boardroom, Lenhart said, had previously led to scenarios in which members of the public were at arm's length from ballots and could have been grabbed. She said ballots are priceless. That's something that was brought up by the DHS.
We're also doing a lot to make sure that our cybersecurity is where it needs to be ahead of the presidential election.
The commission voted unanimously to approve a $15,300 expenditure for those upgrades. For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Tony Magoo.
This portion of Flagler's Morning News brought to you by the Daytona Beach International Airport, Delta Airlines nonstop to Atlanta, and now nonstop service to New York City via American Airlines.
The Superintendent Search in Flagler County has begun. Jim Tager will retire at the end of the upcoming school year, giving the board a full year to find a replacement. With just 3 board members present for Tuesday's special meeting, not much could be done, but they decided to get input from Tager, who agreed to help with the process. The board has yet to decide whether it will conduct a search using its own staff or hire an outside search firm that could cost up to $35,000. The Flagler School Board Association conducted the last search that led to Tager's hiring. That cost $14,000 at the time. At their next meeting, board members will vote on a possible contract for the School Board Association to do the job hunt.
How do Flagler County deputies respond to an active situation?
Sheriff Rick Staley says they respond.
The directive that I've given all of my deputies, not just the ones assigned to school, if we have an active assailant, we immediately respond to stop the threat. There's no waiting. You won't see what happened in Broward County happen here. It's very clear, and my policies say we have an active assailant policy. You shall immediately respond.
Staley said that in Broward County, the former sheriff said you may respond. Staley said deputies in his department did active situational training at FPC as recently as last week. He said it's law enforcement's job to protect citizens, and they will immediately respond to any active situation. You can hear the entire interview on the Free for All Friday podcast. You can find that at the Flagler Radio app. Download the Flagler Radio app today. Tomorrow, if you see something, say something. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm Deb Albertson.
Despite a perception that the increasing population in Florida is a bad thing, one expert says it would be a mistake to see it as anything but positive. John R. King has more.
Carolyn Goslin is a senior VP of Investor Relations with the Florida Chamber of Commerce and says the future prosperity of the state and Flagler County as well is largely connected to the population boom.
Those 900 people who move here every day bring with them $989,000 every hour of every day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and that's in W-2 income. So there's a tremendous amount of wealth moving into the state of Florida, and that wealth will go to fuel home building, build new businesses, investments, etc.
WNZF will talk with Goslin tomorrow about exactly who is making the move into Florida. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm John R. King.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Amy Cherry.